Looking live at Schellenberger Field here on the campus of University of Lynchburg. NCAA Division III field hockey non-conference competition today on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Central Virginia. University of Lynchburg playing host to the College of Wooster out of Wooster, Ohio. All the way down here just for one Sunday contest, repaying a favor that Lynchburg made 2 years ago, heading up there for a late out-of-league contest as well. So here we are, a little bit of a strange setup for competition this late in the season, but two teams who are looking at playoff hopes still. Lynchburg looking for its fourth straight Old Dominion Athletic Conference title. Wooster looking to stay above 500. They are 7-6 currently, and 3-3 in NCAC play. I'm Mark Robertson, Sports Information Director, sitting in for TJ Wengert, who has the weekend off. Along with the wonderful LHSN crew, we're going to paint you a word picture here on today's field hockey action here on Shelley. Lynchburg coming off of a tough loss on Friday evening on the road at Christopher Newport. Hornets currently ranked number 18 in the country and checked into the first bound of the NCAA regional rankings as they look for an at-large bid. Lynchburg bid off quite a bit on their non-conference schedule this year and really put themselves in a good spot with that strength of schedule in terms of maybe getting an at-large bid even if they aren't able to claim that fourth straight ODAC championship. But a win here would certainly help that cause, and a loss certainly hurt it. Hornets celebrated Senior Day prior to the contest. The three members of the class of 2022 be Brittany Claybaugh, number 3, and number 27, Kaylee Truitt, both starters in the midfield. And then Alex Boatwright, the injured goalkeeper, who is striding to midfield right now. Boatwright is going to level in a ceremonial pass back. So you hear Tim Leduca over the PA. See the cast on Boatwright's foot there, the brace on Boatwright's foot. Out for the season with that broken foot is the senior goalkeeper. Pretty neat gesture there as she gets things started, passing back to little sister Erin. And now a hug as Boat comes off the field. Alex Boatwright, the quintessential Division III student athlete, done so much for this program as the president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Hugs there to her senior classmates, Claybaugh and Truitt, as she comes off the field to applause. Really cool gesture and great of Wooster to play good sport there and let Lynchburg Senior have that moment. And now we are underway here on Schellenberger Field. Laro makes the pass back that does start the clock to Emma Strauss, and Lynchburg will possess in the midfield to start things off. Wooster claiming possession now, and Truitt intercepts the pass. Lynchburg looking to mount its first threat of the game. Down toward the end line, and she's double-teamed. And now they're locked up there, and the ball just crosses the end line, and possession goes to the Hornets. Strauss gets things started. Now over to Mark. Mark inside the arc, takes a shot, and it is blocked. Not great contact there on it. And it looks like it hit a Lynchburg player's foot. And the Scots will take possession. Starting lineup for Wooster. Zoe Samersky is in goal, the junior. Might get a test here as Giannis finds it, and Jackie Laro picks up the loose ball, scoops a shot, and it's wide left. Lynchburg does take the first shot of today's game. Samersky looking at the defense in front of her. Claire Lighthouser and Lucia Gurkis. Third defender for the Scots is Olivia Nengel, sophomore out of Baltimore. In the midfield, Jill Murray, Caitlin O'Connor, Delaney Gross. And then the forwards for the Scots. Maddie Peak also in the midfield. And then the forwards for the Scots is Katie Agatucci, Sid Schuster, and Kira O'Connor. I should have looked at the pronunciation chart. Sorry, Kira. Wooster with possession, trying to work it up into the midfield. Gross with the pass back. Lynchburg applying some pressure, and it's intercepted by Claybaugh. Scoops it to Emily Dudley. Now up to Truitt as Lynchburg mounts an attack. Over to Laro. She's in the arc. And takes it across the end line and earns the first corner of the game for the Hornets. 12:09 on the clock here in the first period. Jackie Laro, of course, our player to watch for Lynchburg. 12 goals and 12 assists in the Hornets' 15 games this year. And the insertion will come from Emma Strauss as the Scots defense gets ready. Blown in, and the insertion to Truitt. Shot and saved. Another shot for Lynchburg, and it looks like it hit a Hornet player's foot as Worcester's defense holds up. Coach Steele telling the offense, great hits, good effort, and more like that should produce some scoring. Lynchburg again, now Strauss inside the arc. A little bit of a mishit there, and Dudley is fouled, and that will become a corner. More opportunities for the Hornets. Samirsky been pretty good in goal this year for the Scots. She has started 12 of their 13 games. 21 goals in those, and a save percentage .772. That's about as good as you see in Division III. .71 saves to those 21 goals allowed. Insert goes to Giannis, and her shot is blocked. Now it's off to the left, and Wooster will take possession. Scots yet to get the ball past midfield. Lynchburg been good in transition defense so far. It looks like that's going to change right here. Up to Schuster, and it is intercepted by Strauss. Wooster regains possession. Now reverses field. And commits a foul. Riley Weinfordner. And I neglected to mention the starting lineup for the Hornets. Got Emily Giannis, Jackie Laro, and Emily Dudley at the forward position. See Strauss play that one into the arc and out of bounds to the Scots. Lynchburg midfield is Erin Boatwright, Brittany Claybaugh, Emma Strauss, and Kaylee Truitt. And the backs today, Riley Weinfordner, Riley Cameron. If you want an attention of a Lynchburg defender, better yell Riley. And Madison Mark. Sophomore and two freshmen on that back line. That has done a tremendous job this year for the most part. Lynchburg's yielded just 19 goals in their 15 games. pretty incredible despite the young defense. And then, of course, the sophomore goalkeeper, Kayla Brady. Lynchburg into the arc again, and Laro hits it off her foot. 5 shots on the board for the Hornets so far. None for Wooster to this point. Boatwright steps in front of it and splits 2 defenders. Now into the arc. She's going to drive toward goal, and it is finally tackled out of there. Here's Mark picking up the rebound over to Claybaugh. Claybaugh shuffles it in, and looked like Truitt was trying to deflect it, and she did, off the foot of a defender, and it will be another Lynchburg corner. Corner music is fantastic this year, if I may say so myself. No, I didn't pick it. The assistant coaches did. Hear the hum from the Wolf of Wall Street. And Emma Strauss will be injecting. Whistle blows. In again, short to Truitt on the near side. Now to the top, and Laro. Over to Dudley. Dudley with the big hit off the post. Nice save there by Wooster, and will go out of bounds to the Scots. As you see, Samersky just deflected enough of that to get it to hit off the post. Still no score. 7:49 on the clock and counting. Intercepted by Dudley. Deflected to Laro. Laro to the middle, still driving, shoots on the ground, and it's saved again. And Laro now called for the high stick. It will go back to the Scots. Really nice goalie play so far by Samersky. Lynchburg regains possession now and working it back around the defense. Cameron over to Mark. Mark back across midfield, guarded closely. Shuffles it to Strauss. And that goes off of a Wooster foot. Dudley can't handle the pass through traffic. And now we're bouncing around ping pong possession here. Claybaugh to Truitt in the circle, shot and saved. Rebound to the Scots. Strauss steps in front of it, and there's a deflection. Looks like it hit the back of a stick, and it will be another Lynchburg corner. Another really nice save there by Zoe Samersky, the junior from Antioch, Illinois. Wooster recruiting from all over as you look down their roster. Illinois, Connecticut, New York, Maryland, Ohio, North Carolina. Strauss again the injector, this time on the far side. It'll go straight to the top to Laro. Laro to her right, and it's tackled away. Lynchburg commits the foul, and the Scots are looking to counterattack quickly. That went up to O'Connor. Kara O'Connor across midfield. Goes up the sideline, and Cameron able to knock it away to give Lynchburg a chance to get back on defense. First real offensive opportunity for Wooster here. Lynchburg commits a foul. They'll get their 10. Wooster working it around the defense. Now a play, and Boatwright winds up with it. And looking to counter. Dudley out wide to Giannis, who's across midfield. Smartly tackled away there by Lighthouser, and Wooster has it back in the midfield. Scott's advancing, able to get it out wide, and just out of the reach of Kira O'Connor and back to Lynchburg. Weinfordner with the aerial. Gets it back into Lynchburg's offensive third. And now Dudley steps in front of a pass, and the Hornets have an opportunity. Dudley to Laro. Laro through two defenders, and it's tackled away. Nicely played there by Agurkis. As the Scots snuff out yet another Lynchburg threat. First substitution in the box. Looks like the freshman Franca Veranek. Franca's played a little bit of everywhere so far this season, has kind of settled into a midfield role as the year has worn on. Now Wooster on the attack, tackled away by Claybaugh. Lost it back, and here come the Scots. That's Schuster. Now looking to get it wide to Jill Murray. Murray centers it again. Schuster trying to find a seam in the defense. Goes to her right, tried to get it into the arc, but it's tackled by Cameron. Trading possession a few times here. As you see Veranek come in for Emily Giannis. So just as I said, she'd settled into a midfield position. There she is coming in as the third forward. Out of bounds to the Hornets. Weinfordner pushes it forward, and it gets through to Laro. Lynchburg on the run now. Laro wide out to Veranek. Back to Laro, now in the arc. Shoots and misses wide left. Good opportunity there for Laro and Lynchburg. So we'll see the replay there. Laro beats her defender and shoots a laser, but not able to get it on frame. Here are the Hornets again. Now Claybaugh. Defender got a stick on it to Laro, and it is a goal. Lynchburg on the board with 2:12 left here in the first period. Jackie Laro positions herself in front of the goal, and Brittany Claybaugh does a tremendous job of getting the ball into the senior and All-American, graduate student. You lose track of time here sometimes. Laro's 13th goal, lucky 13 of the season. That leads the team. And Lynchburg now leads Wooster 1-0. 10 shots on the board for the Hornets, none yet for the Scots, as we approach the end of the first period. Claybaugh steps in front of a pass now, aggressively running at the defense, and earns the foul call. That does give Wooster a chance to get back. Now Laro driving again, and that one finds a Scots stick. And here comes Wooster on the counter. Cutely done there by Agatucci. And she is fouled just outside of the arc. Opportunity now for Wooster. That one hits a foot, and now it's Lynchburg ball. Veranek going the other way quickly. Knocked out of bounds. Now she goes to the air for it. And Lighthouser sniffs that one out. A minute remaining here in the first. Boatwright able to get a stick on that. Lynchburg hunkers down defensively with just 30 seconds to go. That one misplayed by Mark. And now into the arc for Wooster, and it will be a corner with 22.5 seconds left. First corner earned by the Scots today. So we don't know who the inserter will be. Trying to see who's holding the ball, but tough with the white jerseys. And it looks like it is Kira O'Connor who's going to be injecting. Goes to the top. And now back to the near side. Shot and saved by Caitlin O'Connor. Good job there by Kayla Brady. It looks like Lynchburg is going to withstand this threat. 5 seconds remaining here in the first. And the Hornets are going to take a 1-0 lead into the first quarter break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. As you see there, the replay of that opportunity for the Scots. Nice save there by Brady, sliding to her right. That preserves the shutout through 15. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with second quarter action here on Schellenberger Field. Scores Lynchburg 1, Wooster 0. This is NCAA D3 Field Hockey on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
My name is Joshua Carr. I am a senior. I am a theater major as well as a history minor. I live in 5th Street, the historic black neighborhood. The money came in, transfer, scholarship, all that. I appreciate that greatly. I'm smart too. So they gave it like, you smart, here. You know what I'm saying? You come here to do a job. I came here to do a job. A student's job is to get that degree and make something of ourselves. I love the diversity here. I love the different interests of people here. I can teach somebody that doesn't know what I know, and that person can teach me something that I don't know that they know. So that's what I love about my school. They respect that and they allow us to showcase and voice our expressions. That's what you get here. You get diversity, you get different people with different knowledge coming together, sharing information and helping each other out. That's what I love. That's why I say people. I love the people here.
Get small classes, nationally recognized mentoring and advising, and a community that has your back every step of the way at the University of Lynchburg.
Back here for second quarter action. Well, Sunday matinee field hockey here at University of Lynchburg. Hornets out in front of the College of Wooster from Ohio, 1-0. You look there at the Lynchburg coaching staff, head coach Enza Steele, assistant Jenny Relaford, discussing strategy, maybe how to get a couple more there for the Hornets and make this a comfortable lead headed into halftime. Coach Steele certainly remembers the last time her Hornets played Wooster up there in 2019, November 3rd of 2019. Her team earned her 600th win. She was the 5th coach in NCAA field hockey history to earn 600 victories, of course, and counting as she continues her amazing career. More Old Dominion Athletic Conference titles than the rest of the league combined, Coach Steele and Lynchburg has. Absolutely incredible run of success for Enza Steele over the years. Back to action on the field. Giannis back in. Emily Giannis back into the game for the Hornets. Looks like Emily Dudley is getting a breather. Vernick and Laro, the other two forwards. You see Wooster pushing here, working in transition, and Lynchburg commits the foul. It went in the arc, deflected, and saved by Brady. And then off of a Scots player's foot that will end the threat. Nice job by Brady there to stick with that one. It looked like it, couldn't tell if it hit a body or, well, I guess they would have blown it dead if it hit a body, so it must have hit a stick. It certainly changed direction on that shot, and she was able to stick with it and make the body save. Now Lynchburg earns a foul and trying to push it quickly up into the offensive third of the field. There's Truitt off of another defender's foot. And it looks like Lynchburg will set something up now. Claybaugh to Strauss at the top of the arc. Strauss goes backhand into Laro. That one's knocked away by a defender. And it will stick with the Scots. Nice job there by Wooster to pack the space in front of the goal and not let Lynchburg really get a good look at a shot. Good defense there by Agurkis, Lighthouser, and the crew there for Wooster. Turned over now by Lynchburg, and the Scots looking to maintain possession. Sometimes I just don't know why the whistle blows. Feel a little better when the players tell me that sometimes they don't know either. Just kind of roll with it. This being my 5th year at Lynchburg, I've seen a lot of field hockey, a lot of quality field hockey in that time. Learned a lot about the sport, but dang if I don't know sometimes why they blow that whistle and point the direction they do. Mark working it up the sideline. Now to Claybaugh. Another whistle. That one did get a foot. I saw that one. Saw that one, Sam. Sam Rice, our wonderful grad assistant, directing back here. The rest of the LHSN crew. Got Pierce working replay. Zach Bennett on camera 1. Is that Brian out there? Brian Chen and Kyle Laufenberger working the cameras outside. Really do a great job here. Most of these, of course, undergraduate students. I'm the only full-time person in the booth here. Do a great job to bring it to you when you can't be here at Lynchburg. Wooster now working into their offensive third. And Riley Cameron snuffs that one out right away. Truitt now able to take it away in the midfield and pushing. Good defense there by Olivia Nengel to keep the breakaway from happening. Now the Hornets will look to settle into some offense. Strauss looking to get it up to Giannis. Nengel again steals that one away. And Delaney Gross as well. The Scots now have possession. When pushed up, Weinfordner steps up to take it. Weinfordner starting for the first time in her collegiate career. I'm going to triple check and make sure that's correct. Well, I lied. It's her 4th start of the season. First one at the defense position. Lynchburg down a regular today in midfielder Kessa Romero, dealing with a bit of an injury. Hopefully we'll see Kessa back at some point later this season. In the meantime, though, Riley Weinfordner doing a fantastic job there at the left back. And that pushes Erin Boatwright from her normal defensive position up to the midfield. is one of those things that Coach Steele and her staff like so much about this is you can move multiple players into multiple positions. Wooster now on the attack. As you see, the foul is committed on Agatucci. Now it's taken away by Lynchburg. Laro through the legs of a defender. Lynchburg has a 2-on-1. Varanek there as well. Laro into the circle, straight into the goalie. Tries to go right, and it is saved smartly by Samersky. Lynchburg still with the ball, no longer with numbers. Giannis chasing it down in the arc, and it is now on the stick of a white-clad Wooster player. Scots lose possession. Claybaugh tackles it away. And now Truitt down toward the end line. Finds Giannis in the arc. And that one will go back to the Scots. Big ball up toward midfield. Goes out of bounds to Lynchburg. Mark will restart play. That one through both Claybaugh and Gross. And Kaylee Truitt runs it down and is fouled there in the right corner. Claybaugh now to facilitate the restart. Trying to drive on the end line. Through the defense to Truitt. Now Laro tracks down the loose ball. And Lynchburg commits a foul. Midway through here in the second quarter, 1-0. Lynchburg on top of Wooster. Out of conference Division III field hockey matchup. Another sub on tap for Lynchburg. Skylar Dice appearing to substitute, make her first appearance of the game, as Lynchburg earns a corner. Looks like a different strategy here on the corner for the Hornets. Both Truitt and Claybaugh are near, fanned out around the arc. Varanek, Laro, and Giannis, the three forwards at the top, and Boatwright on the far side. Truitt to Laro. Shot deflected by Varanek, but high. Good idea there. Unable to produce a goal, however. Lynchburg with a 12-2 advantage in the shots department. But just one goal to show for it so far. Wooster now looking to even it. Weinfordner does a nice job getting back to stop the break. Scott's still threatening. That one pushed along the end line and out of bounds. Good break for Lynchburg. Dyes does sub in for Kaylee Truitt. Dyes, the sophomore from Annville, Pennsylvania. She made a trip home with the team for the first game of the season, second game of the season. Play against Lebanon Valley. Turned into a lopsided victory for Lynchburg. Hornets now looking to double their lead. Boatwright scoops it in the air, but unable to find Dyes. And that one will find its way to the Scots. Wooster, a couple crisp passes there, but then Clayball able to steal that one away. Dives into the arc, really nice ball, and Laro winds up with it, shoots, and it is partially blocked, as Wooster does wind up with it. And now the Scots earn possession back. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Seeing some students start to trickle out onto the track as it gets later in the day. Get a little brunch in them and come out to enjoy the game. See some of the baseball team over there. Lynchburg commits a foul near midfield. Emily Dudley looking to pop back into the game here in the near future. That one tackled away by Strauss. Now Lynchburg looking to attack. Strauss, nice one up to Giannis, who shoots, and it is saved, and the rebound goes straight to Varanek, who finishes the goal. Nice offensive play by the Hornets there. That one developed quickly, started by the midfield by Emma Strauss, and then finished by the freshman from Germany, Franka Varanek. As she comes off to high fives around from the team. It's her 4th goal of the season. Just under 3 minutes now remaining in the first half. Lynchburg leads 2-0. That one stolen away from Laro, but deflected now by Dudley. Laro with the ball again, into the arc, shoots, and it's saved by Samersky. Lynchburg still threatening now and earns the penalty corner with 2:27 on the clock. Another sub in the works for the Hornets, Brooke Highland. Strauss trots over to the mark. Lynchburg back to their original set. Dice is the near option. Dudley, Laro, and Giannis at the top. Goes in short to Dice. Shot and goal. Skylar Dice. Can't do it much simpler than that. Strauss injects directly to the sophomore, and Skylar Dice puts her mark on the game. It is now a 3-0 Lynchburg lead. 2 quick goals here for the Hornets. You see Dice just one touch there to get it inside the arc very clearly, and hits a rocket on the ground past the defense. Blown back into play quickly. Brooke Highland now in the game. Looks like Clayball came out. And the ball finds her quickly. Now Dies. Wrestling with a Gurkis there. Wooster now. Trading possession here a little bit. And now a breakaway brewing for the Scots. Agatucci has that one snuffed out by yet another sub. Didn't see Caroline West come in for the Hornets. Nice job there, and that one shot by Schuster. I couldn't tell if it was saved or if a defender got a stick on it. A minute now till halftime. Wooster threatening. Lynchburg leads 3-0. Would feel pretty good about being able to hold on to an advantage like that headed into intermission. Defense needs to hold for another 40 seconds or so, though. And a foul on Lynchburg with 30 seconds showing. That one scooped into the arc. Cameron trying to clear it out of there. Agatucci with 3 defenders, and looks like she wanted the corner, but the official said, no, it's going the other way. Big ball played by Cameron to clear it, and now it'll be Wooster ball with 10 seconds to go. They're going to have to hustle if they're going to get off another shot, and Boatwright says that's not going to happen. And it looks like Lynchburg is going to go into the half with a 3-0 lead over the College of Wooster. 2 goals there in the second period for the Hornets. You see Franca Veranek and Skylar Dice getting on the board. Hornets, of course, with an early lead thanks to a Jackie Laro goal. And we're going to take a break for halftime. We'll be back with some highlights in a little bit. It's 3-0 Lynchburg at the half. This is NCAA D3 Field Hockey on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Never think that your donation is in vain, because you're helping out hundreds of students that are just like me, who need a shot and who are getting one. Without donations, without you individuals that are helping to donate to the university and the Lynchburg Fund, there would be no student body president, Davion Washington. There'd probably be I'm stuck at home, Davion Washington. Not only is your donation building leaders, but it's building leaders like myself and others that will hopefully want to pay it forward one day. And you do the same thing. I know for a fact that, when I have it, because I will, I want to give back to this university that provided me a home for 4 years.
When you come to the University of Lynchburg to earn a master's degree in athletic training, you'll spend time in the classroom, but you'll also spend a lot of time in our top-notch facilities, learning from athletic trainers and working closely with our student athletes. In the Graduate Cadaver Lab, you'll learn about the human body in the best way possible, by actually studying the human body. This will provide a foundation to make you a much better athletic trainer. In the Athletic Training Laboratory, you'll get hands-on experience, practicing your skills, applying concepts from the classroom, and working with faculty on research projects. It's also where our hydrotherapy facilities are. This space is also used by students for studying and practicing skills outside of class time. In the Sports Medicine Clinic and Turner Gymnasium, you'll work with student athletes from more than 20 NCAA Division III sports teams, helping get them back to practice and into the game as soon as possible. As an athletic training student, you're a big part of the success of our sports teams and the success of the local athletic teams. We see this relationship as a win-win situation. You learn, and that helps us win.
Halftime on Schellenberger Field. Division III field hockey action. Lynchburg leading the College of Wooster 3-0 here at the break. Goals for the Hornets by Jackie Laro, Franca Veranek, and Skylar Dyes. Solid defense for Lynchburg as we'll take a look at the stat sheet. Quick rundown there. Lynchburg with a 16-3 advantage in shots, 9-3 in shots on goal. Wooster goalie Zoe Samersky with 6 saves. Kayla Brady with 3 for the Hornets. And a 6-1 advantage for Lynchburg on penalty corners. Lynchburg really dominated the possession in the game to this point. Had trouble breaking through there early, but then Laro able to get the Hornets on the board in the 13th minute. And then they added 2 more quick ones late in the second period. Veranek catching the cross there at the far post in the 27th minute, and then just under a minute later, Lynchburg earns a corner. The injection goes straight to Dyes, and she beats the defense for the third goal. Teams will be back on the field for the second half here in about 3 minutes. We'll take another break on LHSN, and we'll be back with the second half of Sunday afternoon field hockey here on Shelley and the Lynchburg campus.
If you like being close with your professors, if you like being in small classes that help with one-on-one, if you like being in positive communities that help you train your weak points and strengthen your strong points, then the University of Lynchburg is a great place to go. You can never go wrong with the amount of help that they offer, the amount of self-sacrifice that other people will put in for you. It has a beautiful campus, it has dedicated teachers, it has nice students, it has fun activities, and it has plenty of things to do.
Living the dream. USA, Mexico. I was so excited.
Lovely day here in Lynchburg, Virginia for some college field hockey action. Lynchburg leading Wooster 3-0 here at halftime. We're nothing if not patriotic here at University of Lynchburg. But you can see it's a beautiful day, temperature in the 60s. About as nice as you can ask for in late October. See the leaves starting to change here in Central Virginia. My name's Mark Robertson, Sports Information Director here, filling in on the webcast for TJ Wengert. We're going to take you through here. The horn's about to sound as the teams get ready to take the field for the second half. We'll take you through the highlights from the first half. You see Jackie Laro, the shot wide there, and Samersky, goalie for the Scots, done a fantastic job. Lynchburg unable to get on the board early. That all changed in the 13th minute. Brittany Claybaugh found a hole in the defense, and Laro put it into the back of the cage. Wooster made some chances of their own there late in the first, but the Hornets kept them off the board. See another nice play there by Samersky. And Emily Yanis scoops it over to Varanek. And Franca Varanek scored the second goal of the afternoon for Lynchburg. And then the third one was a quick hitter right off a penalty corner. Skylar Dyes hit a rocket past the defense and brought us to 3-0, where the score stands still here as we get ready to start the third period of play. Out of conference action between number 18 ranked Lynchburg and the College of Wooster. See the Hornets take the field there. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention for Wooster assistant coach Becca Hess. Yeah, you might know that name if you've followed Lynchburg field hockey for quite a while. Becca was a fantastic goalie here for the Hornets. Started 3 years, made 314 saves, and she's helped Lynchburg to 2 NCAA appearances. And a 57-23 record in her time. And get a look at Becca there. And so I know we've bragged on Zoe Samersky's goalkeeping play here to keep the Scots in the game. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with Coach Hess, and certainly Jill Dixon, the head coach of Wooster, is lucky to have a Lynchburg Hornet on her staff. Also explains why they drive all the way down from Ohio to play a Sunday afternoon, late October non-conference matchup. We get ready here to start the second half. Lynchburg enjoying senior day so far. Starting lineup back on the field for the Hornets and for the Scots. Funny moment there as official Suzanne Dario stopped the restart there and said, move up. No, not to you, Aaron Boatwright, to the defense. They were too close. Boatwright does indeed get play restarted, and now it's out of bounds to the Scots. Playing a little 2-ball down there. Miscommunication. We play with 1 in this league. Dudley with the ball, centers it over to Truitt, and Lynchburg can't handle it. Possession back to Wooster. There's Maddie Peak. As Lynchburg committed the foul. Not quite sure what that one was. Hornets now back with it. Working it around the defense. Madison Mark trying to play it upfield, and it is intercepted by Caitlin O'Connor. Caitlin, the older O'Connor, on the roster. Haven't asked, but I assume they're sisters. Caitlin and Kira, on account of, the same last name in the same hometown. Lynchburg now mounting an attack. Giannis. Nice little spin move there. Through the defense to Truitt, now into the arc. Truitt tries to center it and can't quite get it to Laro as it's snuffed out by Lighthouser. And Wooster will thwart that threat. Scots now work it into the midfield, but Boatwright takes it right back for Lynchburg. Now trying to get it wide to Weinfordner. Keeps it from going out of bounds. Scoops it up the sideline. Now Boatwright is fouled. Up to Dudley. Dudley into the arc. Nobody on the other end of it, though. There's Strauss. Strauss working the backhand, and again, kept out of the middle of the arc by the Wooster defense. Nice job that time by Jill Murray. Murray again. Murray and Riley Cameron Playing a little back and forth. Now Cameron wins this battle, and she's going to get it back up to Laro. Opportunity for the Hornets. Laro into the arc. The shot wide left. That's the look you want if you're Lynchburg. You heard the energy on the bench pick up quickly. Jackie Laro has been known to put those away in her career. Stolen away again by Boatwright in the midfield. We don't track tackles, but she's got a ton of them. Dudley with the big hit and off of a Scott defender's foot. That can't feel good. And it does become a corner, and Claire Lighthouser is back up and looks to be okay, so that's always good. Nods to Coach Dixon. Yeah, I'm good. And now you hear the penalty corner music. And Emma Strauss will be inserting for Lynchburg. Boatwright, Dudley, Laro, Weinfordner, Claybaugh, and Truitt fanned around the arc. Short play to Truitt. Scooped over to Laro. Laro in. Shot high, and it is saved away smartly by Samersky. See that, the misplay on the corner. Sometimes that can throw off the defense better than a well-executed one, though, but Laro not able to find the back of the cage. Now you see Truitt lose it over the end line, and it will go back to Wooster. Lynchburg now back into the arc. Truitt turns it over, commits a foul. Scots in the midst of a tough part of their schedule logistics-wise. So is Lynchburg. The Hornets are going to be back out here tomorrow night against Mary Washington. Wooster played a home game on Friday in North Coast Athletic Conference play, and drove all the way down here from Wooster, Ohio. That one kicked away by Samersky, and looks like the Scots are trying to mount a breakaway. Unable to handle it, though. It will stay with Lynchburg. All the way down here yesterday, play a game and head back up to Wooster, which is between Cleveland and Columbus there in north central Ohio. And then they hit the road again on Tuesday for another league game, that one at Allegheny, I believe. Hope the Wooster Athletic Department has a good gas rewards card. See the first sub for Wooster today, Katie Thompson in. Thompson, senior from New Albany, Ohio. Wooster now into the arc, and that one kicked away by Brady. This is an Agatucci shot. Agatucci now wrestling with Cameron for the ball, and it is pushed over the end line. It'll stay with the Scots. Maddie Peak will restart play. Sophomore gets it wide to the right. Murray now, double teamed by Dudley and Boatwright. Emma Strauss now steps in front of the Murray pass, and Lynchburg going quickly the other way. Not with numbers, though. Good job getting back by Wooster. Big ball played up, and Giannis can't quite run it down as it goes over the end line. And possession back to Wooster. Subs now on the horizon for both teams. Looks like Lighthouser, who was she was off working with the training bag on something. Couldn't tell exactly what, but she looks to be ready to go back in now. And Sarah Miller-Richards prepared to go in for the Hornets. Shoveled into the arc, Boatwright, and nope, quickly knocked away by the Scots. Lynchburg is fouled now. Mark trying to shovel it up to Boatwright. Not quite enough weight on that ball, and Wooster will get it back out of harm's way. Boatwright now working up the left sideline. Down to Dudley. Dudley into the arc. Giannis on the other end of it, but she's guarded closely, and couldn't tell if she hit it with the back of the stick or if she kicked it. But it'll go to the Scots.
Into the game for the Hornets, number 26, Sarah Miller-Richards.
Miller-Richards checking in on defense for Lynchburg. Give Madison Mark a breather. And Lighthouser also back in for Wooster. Weinfordner, some nice stick work there. Trying to work it into the circle, and that one is thwarted by Peak. Ball juggled around there. Bunch of traffic. Giannis comes out with it. Again blocked, and now Lynchburg earns a corner. 5:09 remaining in the third quarter. Lynchburg's 7th corner of the day by my count. Might be 8. Check the live stats. 7 it is. Strauss has injected all of them. Will do so again. In the near option to Giannis. Giannis, shot. Dudley, wide left. Another well-defended penalty corner by Wooster. Of course, the Hornets, it is the 8th one. Just stats weren't updated quite right away. So eight corners, just 1 goal off of them for Lynchburg on the day. That breakaway is stopped by Weinfordner. Now here's Clayball working up the far sideline, and it's knocked out of bounds. That'll give Wooster a chance to get back on defense. See Sarah McCollum checking in for Lynchburg, her first time. Giannis will get a breather. And here's another corner for the Hornets. Strauss waiting. And that one into Laro. Laro over to Dudley. Dudley into the goal, and that will make it a 4-0 game. Emily Dudley puts her name in the book. Should credit assists both to Laro and Strauss on that with the set play. And just as we said, Wooster had done a really nice job with corner defense. Emily Dudley finds herself unchecked and puts it into the back of the cage as Lynchburg continues to put this one out of reach. Hornets right back at it. Truitt evades a defender, and that one is shoveled out of the arc by a Gurkis. And now the Scots going the other way, looking for a breakaway. Agatucci nicely defended there by Riley Cameron. It will remain Scott's ball, but the Lynchburg defense earning a chance to catch up to the play. Restarted there by Murray, and now Lynchburg was looking to break away. Jackie Laro has options. Agurkis able to stop Laro at first, and then Laro with a shot and saved by Samersky. Murray now picks up the rebound and clears it away from the circle. Weinfordner, though, coming back in, top of the arc. Weinfordner, the shot and the save by Samersky. Rebound to McCollum, also saved. Looks like Lynchburg has earned a corner. Didn't really see why. So there you see the Weinfordner shot, the McCollum shot. Oh, and it went off a defender's foot, it appears. And here's Strauss again to insert the penalty corner. McCollum, the near option. Brooke Highland, who came back in. Laro and Weinfordner. That one goes all the way out to Truitt. Truitt looking to get it in so it could get deflected, but it skates by the Hornet sticks. End of threat. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Beautiful day in Lynchburg, Virginia. Another substitution for the Hornets. See Martha Chapese. And here come the Scots earning a penalty corner of their own. It will be Kira O'Connor to send this one back into play. Hornet defense, of course, is Brady, the keeper, as she knocks that one out of play. Nice save there by Kayla on the aerial shot taken by Caitlin O'Connor. Wooster still threatening here. A minute left. Seems like the last couple minutes of every period, Wooster is able to find some offensive momentum, sustain a pressure, but as yet unable to break through. That one again, nicely picked out by Chapese, but then she commits a foul. Into the arc now for the Scots, and Strauss with the tackle, and Lynchburg quickly going the other way. Now Laro. Laro out wide to Boatwright. She's got Highland on the break if she wants it. Highland, yep, that one overrun by the defense. And there's Highland, just one person to beat. Now up to McCollum. McCollum to the end line and nicely defended, but it will wind up in a penalty corner for the Hornets. 10.9 seconds on the clock. as Lynchburg runs a nice counterattack there, looking to put a 5th goal on the board. Sikorsky did a nice job coming out to challenge McCollum instead of waiting for the shot, and I think that really prevented the goal. And then the defense hustling in commits the foul, and Strauss is ready to inject the corner. 10.9 on the clock, 4-0 Lynchburg. Close to the end of the third. Into Laro. Laro to Highland. Highland's shot is blocked, and it'll be another corner as time expires for Lynchburg, so they'll get a shot at it before the quarter officially ends. Always thought it was strange when you didn't stop the clock in a penalty corner. Up till 2 years ago, it used to just run. That players would just play through the horn. And, I've always thought it's instinct to stop when you hear the horn, but the officials would say, no, just let it sound. Injected to Laro. Laro over to Miller-Richards. Trying to cross it now, Boatwright. That one kicked away by Sikorsky, and the defense has it. All they got to do is clear it, and they're home free for the quarter. And that will do it for the third period as the Wooster defense holds with time expired. Lynchburg leading this non-conference game 4-0, headed to the fourth. This is NCAA Division III field hockey on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Lynchburg really stood out for me just because of the way it treated its students. They really do make an effort here. And I've learned that over my 4 years is that they actually do try to listen to what the student body wants, and they try to act on that. They don't really just give you a piece of paper here to then go off and do your own thing. They actually prepare you to work with different populations, which is what the world is all about. It's just working with people that are different than you. They genuinely care that everyone has the ability to go off into the world and make a difference with whatever they like. For me, that's just being basically in a room with someone helping them achieve their first goal of, doing a pull-up. I actually do believe they want you to do the best you can to change someone's life for the better. You can be anyone here, which I think is really cool. But regardless of who you are here, they will make sure you don't fall through the cracks, which is awesome. I have realized that I've never felt lost here. I will not regret ever coming here, that's for sure. So I'm very glad that I came here. Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome.
Back here looking at Schellenberger Field, a beautiful October afternoon in Lynchburg, Virginia. Hornets field hockey team leading the College of Wooster 4-0. As we head into the final quarter of play, starters for the most part back out on the field for Lynchburg. Hornets looking now likely to get back in the win column after a Friday night road loss at Christopher Newport. That would make it a winning week for Lynchburg. The Hornets took care of business against Ferrum 14-0 on Wednesday night. It was 11 different players scored for Lynchburg in that game. Just amazing. Here's Boatwright in, shot and save. Nice job by Sikorsky. Boatwright with their own rebound, saved again. Let's see if the defense can help her out and get it out of there. Strauss now driving the end line. Tries to center it. Veranek with the ball, and that one is stepped in front of nicely by Schuster. Lynchburg commits the foul, and Wooster able to avoid any early trouble. Wooster now working it into the midfield. Juan Fordner and the Lynchburg defense regain possession. Looking around the rest of Lynchburg athletics over the weekend. Busy weekend for the equestrian team. Couple of NCEA meets down in Alabama on Friday and Saturday. Stole a point from number 1 ranked Auburn on Friday, but were defeated 9-1. And then probably their best effort in the 3 years of NCEA competition coming on Saturday. They ended up tying number 7 Fresno State 4-4. Of course, Fresno State took the win on the raw score tiebreak, but an amazing result there for what is still yet a young NCEA team for the Hornets on the equestrian side. And then today they're at the IHSA show at Washington and Lee. So a lot of miles for the equestrian team. I'm sure the coaches are exhausted but need to be happy about the way that their athletes competed over the weekend. And yesterday on Schellenberger here, Bridgewater took down Lynchburg women's soccer 1-0. Very exciting match. The Hornets unable to break through, and a somewhat controversial goal for the Eagles. To see Mark shoot wide there. No need for Samersky as she steps to the post and then watches it go to the post's right. Wooster with the ball back. And, of course, men's soccer took down Hampton-Sydney on the road last night. An exciting 2-0 match. Goals by Kenny Robles and Nick Foley as their good season continues. Here's Laro up the end line, and she's fouled. It's going to be a corner. Lynchburg leading 4-0, 11:49 left to play. The Hornets absolutely dominant on the possession front, 32 shots to Wooster's 5. Strauss to inject it. Into Laro at the top, and she missed it. That's opportunity for Wooster. Caroline West gets to it first. Nice job by the sophomore. Back to Laro. Laro's shot from the right elbow goes wide left. And Wooster again out of trouble. Little delay as they found trouble getting the right spot after the foul. Brooke Highland steps in front of it, trying to rip a shot, but it's nicely defended there by Lighthouser. And here come the Scots the other way. Schuster trying to find Agatucci. Agatucci now guarded by Cameron, and Riley Cameron will hit that out of bounds. Nice job getting back on defense there by Lynchburg. That could have been a dangerous breakaway as the Hornets try to cling to the shutout. Couple of subs there. See Skylar Dyes come back in. She scored in the second quarter. And Sydney Metz with her first action of the day. Looks like Jackie Laro will check out for the afternoon. Goal and an assist for the All-American. Former ODAC Player of the Year. Name your award. Jackie Laro's won it. The one I'm most proud of course, a COSIDA Academic All-America nominee. Honoree, both, I guess. College Sports Information Directors of America. In my opinion, it's the best thing that our professional organization does. Recognizing both their accomplishments on the field, in the classroom, community service, really what it means to be a student athlete in the NCAA, especially in the Division III world, where it's so much more than just playing the game. Here's Strauss into the arc, working the backhand through the legs of the defender, and that one is finished by Metz. Nice job by Strauss there to evade a couple defenders, and Sydney Metz right there to clean it up and put it into the cage. Emma Strauss again showing that she really makes everything tick for the Hornets, as she also will come off for the afternoon, it looks like, after the Hornets lead 5-0. Here's Lynchburg right back again into the arc, but they turn it over. Nine minutes now as Lynchburg continues to work the full roster into the game. See Megan Mayo come in. Mayo with 3 assists on Wednesday against Ferrum. One of just a handful of players in the program's history to do that in a single game. And Jenna Tangiers, sophomore. Wooster with the ball toward midfield. Also see Miller Richards come back in as Riley Weinfordner's day is done. Weinfordner, a terrific job on defense today, stepping into the starting lineup for the injured Kessa Romero. And subs for the Scots as well. Looks like Lindsay Walker will check in. And Ashley Reynolds. Couple of first years. Schuster driving, and some alternating possession there. Now in to Agatucci. Agatucci trying to get around West, and West obstructed her. It'll be a corner for the Scots. Lynchburg done a really nice job keeping the ball away from Worcester's leading scorer in Katie Agatucci, senior out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Unable as of yet to add to her 9-goal tally on the season. Another good chance here for that, of course, to change. And Lynchburg looking to hang on to the shutout with 7:13 remaining. Agurkis, the insert. Schuster, deflected by Agatucci, and it's just wide. That was indeed the Scots' best opportunity of the day so far. Very slick deflection. See Sarah McCollum on for Aaron Boatwright as the Lynchburg starters continue to sub out. It's like maybe a goalie change is in the works as well for Worcester. It's Lucy Siegel. Is now suited up with her helmet on. Looks like she'll come on any moment for Samersky. Ball bouncing around here in the midfield. And Worcester now looking to get it out wide. Murray up the right sideline. Looking now for Walker. Lynchburg, good job marking back on defense. Here's Agatucci. And it will get into the back of the net for the Scots as Brady comes out, is unable to get it far enough away. And it looks like it was Reynolds, the goalie. Excuse me, not the goalie. I'm looking at the goalie. Reynolds, the first year, who cleaned it up. Agatucci beat her defender. Brady comes out, and indeed it was Reynolds, who just came into the game not long ago, who puts Wooster on the board with 5:44 remaining. Heard me misspeak a minute ago. There is the goalie change. Lucy Siegel now in the cage for Wooster. 5-1 Lynchburg with 5.5 minutes left. The shutout is gone, but victory looks extremely likely at this point for the home team. Agatucci to Schuster, and that one's stolen away by Dyes. Now Tangiers pushing ahead. Dyes again through traffic, and she's fouled. Lynchburg's going to get possession on its offensive half. McCollum unable to handle that one, and it'll go back out to Wooster. Here come the Scots. Back up. Stolen away by Cameron. Cameron now driving. Pushes it wide to nobody there. And it is run down by Nangle. Wooster ball now at midfield on the far sideline. We cross the 4-minute mark. Stolen away by Metz, and it will become a penalty corner for the Hornets as Lynchburg takes advantage of the mistake by the Wooster defense. And Lynchburg with another opportunity to add to its lead here in a 5-1 game with 3:54 remaining. I mentioned that Lynchburg in the midst of quite a busy stretch here in the schedule. They will be right back here on Shelley tomorrow night at 7 against Mary Washington. Lynchburg gets set up to take the penalty corner. Megan Mayo going to inject. The 13th corner of the game for Lynchburg. Mayo, the freshman, into Dyes. Dyes, aerial. And I never understand why they call the high stick when the ball's in the air. How are you supposed to hit it if you can't put your stick in the air? But again, I didn't go to field hockey official school. Mayo wrestling with a defender. That's Peak, and Wooster wins that battle. 5-1 Lynchburg, 3 minutes remaining. Hornets regain possession at midfield. Here's McCollum. West over to Chapese. Good opportunity into the arc. That one's mishit. Mayo gets the loose ball, though. Shoveled back out. McCollum can't handle it. And that's off a Wooster foot, and Lynchburg will have the spot just outside of the arc. Chapese now wide. Fouled again. Plays it in, and that one tackled away. Schuster now Walker. Walker up the right sideline is fouled. Fairneck tries to step in front of that one, but can't. Now Schuster fouled again. Scots marching up their side of the field. 1:50 on the clock. Nice stop there by West. Still Wooster ball. Walker into the arc and out of bounds to the Hornets. Excuse me, out of bounds to the Scots. There's Murray, plays it in. McCollum, now Miller-Richards. Lynchburg trying to get it out of harm's way. And Miller-Richards is fouled with a minute to play. Trying to play the big ball. Went right to a defender. And now Lynchburg will have to play defense again. Mark with a swing and a miss. And then commits the foul. Back in the arc, Murray, the shot. Blocked by a defender, and that'll be a corner. Because you're not supposed to use your body to block the shot. 28.6 seconds remaining. Wooster looking for its second goal of the afternoon. 5-1 Lynchburg. Hornets seemingly have victory in hand at this point. But still, you want to make a habit out of not conceding in the final minute. Gurkis, a junior from South Yarmouth, Massachusetts, to inject. Schuster. Now the shot and deflected by Agatucci. Just wide. Final seconds will tick off the clock. As Lynchburg appears it will take a 5-1 victory here in a Sunday non-conference game. Does indeed keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive should they have need of an at-large bid. Of course, if you take care of business in the ODAC tournament, that doesn't become an issue. So you see the Hornets on to congratulate Kayla Brady on her 11th victory of the season. Lynchburg moving to 11-5. Wooster falls back to 500 on the year, 7-7 now overall. As they being the Scots, will head back up for their last two games of the regular season. That starts Tuesday at Allegheny. Really nice job in goal by Samersky as we look some highlights. There's Laro missing wide. Lynchburg had trouble finding the back of the cage early. See another nice save there by Samersky, the starting goalkeeper. Lynchburg again missing wide. And then here you see Emily Dudley, who opened the second half with the score for the Hornets. Couple saves there by Caleb Brady. And then Emma Strauss making things happen as Metz finished it for the Hornets' fifth goal. And Brady coming out to challenge. But there goes the shutout as Ashley Reynolds was able to put one in the back of the cage late for the Scots there in the 55th minute. Nothing doing after that, however, as Lynchburg held on. Hornets still unbeaten at home this season. Moved to 6-0 now. course, 2 of those games over at the Liberty University Field Hockey Complex that technically count as home games. So Hornets now 3-0 on Shelley, all in the last 8 days, including today's 5-1 win over Wooster. Well, thank you for joining us this afternoon here at University of Lynchburg on a lovely Sunday afternoon. Hornets victorious 5-1 over the Wooster Scots. I'm Mark Robertson. Thanks again to our LHSN crew for making all this happen and enabling us to bring this live webcast to you wherever you are watching us. Gonna sign off, and we'll see you next time. This was NCAA Division III Field Hockey on LHSN.